All right, here we go, Coach. Another season.
Here we go.
Day 15 of camp. Been going for a little over 2 weeks now. How are we feeling?
Kind of getting the second wind now. You know what I mean? The camp is it's a grind, but it's a good grind. And you know, we kind of talk about embrace the strain, because it is a strain, and hours are long and they're busy, and the guys are getting after it. But the coaches, the same thing. You know, you go from practicing and we're filming it and getting the film work done and getting everything going. But the spirit of our guys has been amazing. Our senior leadership is, again, amazing. And those guys spend the whole off season learning how to welcome the new guys. And we have 44 new guys, and that's a cool deal. And it's pretty fun to do that. But the culture of who we are, and we want to practice like we're going to play, and that's really hard. And so there's a lot of joy in that.
Yeah, so with those 44 new guys and you know your typical camp stuff of installing the defense, installing the offense, but that culture you're talking about, how do you go about installing that culture of Bethel football during this time?
Well, you know, it takes everybody. We talk about our coaches can't be the only coaches, and our seniors can't be the only leaders. We're all in this sucker together, and we're really good at welcoming in the freshmen, because we know that it's like, you know, it's kind of when you come in the spring on your visits, you're kind of you know, you're big shot. You get here in the fall, wow, everybody looks a lot bigger than they did, you know what I mean? And so the young guys got to get over their, you know, insecurities, and they're learning. They got new stuff to learn, because, you know, every football thing, you know, people don't realize that the language is so different. There's so much to learn so fast, and we just have a bunch of guys, you know, we don't like it to be just words, that we want to build us for each other. We can't worry about who gets the credit. We want to get good as fast as we can. And so our older guys are just so great at that, but you have to be a little bit vulnerable, and you have to help those young guys, and the young guys have to open up, because sometimes they come in like that.
Great. So two guys that have been a big piece of the Bethel culture over the last better part of 2 decades, both as players and then as coaches, noticeably not coaching this year, and Rick Meyer and Scott Kirchhoff. Can you talk about the impact they made on this program in the past, and then what the impact they're going to have continuing forward as well? I'll
try to do that without crying, but you know, we're in the middle of practice here, so I'll probably be able to do it. But Rick Meyer, you know, he's not coaching our linebackers right now, but he's coaching our whole team, and it always has been. I believe he's the best strength guy in the country, not just for football but for everything. And we just felt like the best use for him, and he did too, was to be doing his work in that way. And so he's not really left us. He's a huge coach and for us, and still going. But Scotty Kirchhoff has a job over at Eagle Brook Church, and he's a pastor over there, and we're missing him like crazy. And we miss Rick a little bit in just on the field stuff. And there's a feel for me, especially because we've been together for so long. But the Scotty thing is that everyday thing is we're missing like crazy. He came back and spoke to us. But those guys are they're precious guys, and incredibly gifted, and I love them. But we're going on without them, but we're never without them, because they're in the mix.
Yeah, for sure. So for the 5th time in the last 15 years, Bethel football is ranked in the top 10 in the preseason poll. What does that mean to you?
That's a cool thing. You know, we don't really go by those polls, and you know, you understand that, but it's great publicity. It's a great feel. It's you know, our guys, you know, we don't want that to be weight, because you know, expectations can kind of sap the fun out of things if you're not careful. At the same time, there's a standard set, and what we want to do is it's not our goal to live up to some ranking that's, you know, pretty obscure. It's our goal to play hard, play together, love each other with a kiss and a kick, get after it every day. We want teams to hate to play us, because we play so hard, so long, and so together.
Yeah. All right, well, keep grinding.
Yeah, here we go.
And we'll catch up with you next week.
Second win. Let's go beat Simpson.